Today was my son's second wedding. I wanted to forget about his first marriage because it was such a strange and painful experience. But today, I had hope. I believed this new girl would take good care of my son. My son Adam was a hardworking, kind, and handsome young man. He was the only heir to our family. Everyone loved him, so no one found it strange that he was getting married again so soon. But my heart was beating fast. As the night came closer, I felt more nervous and uneasy. Even my daughter could feel it. She said, "What if the same thing happens again tonight? What will we do then?" I told her, "Please don't say that. I'm already worried enough." By now, all the guests had arrived. Last time, during the first wedding, we couldn't invite many people because of what happened. But this time, all our relatives had come with great joy. Most of them didn't even know the full truth, or why he had to get married again. My son looked happy. There was no sign of trouble. His new wife was younger and even more beautiful than the first one, so he had every reason to be happy. It was a cold winter night. Most of the guests were staying inside the house, but the wedding celebration was happening outside. There was music, dancing, and laughter all around. I told my sister-in-law, "The bride came from another city. She must be tired. I don't think we should send her to the groom's room tonight." She replied, "What's wrong with you? They just got married and you already want to ruin their wedding night? I agree, weddings are tiring, but they're young. Give them some coffee. They'll feel better. And don't forget, we have the reception in the morning too." I said, "But she'll be so exhausted." She cut me off and said, "No one gets that tired these days. Girls look forward to their wedding night. Just send her to your son's room. It's already midnight. She has to wake up early and get ready again. I don't understand why you're delaying this. All the rituals are done, everyone's tired from dancing, and the bride herself wants to go to the room." My sister-in-law was always sharp-tongued and opinionated. She was the eldest, so I thought I'd take her advice. But instead, she told me what to do. And finally, she said, "The bride will go to the room now." The bride was taken to the room. Once everyone else stepped out, I stayed with her for a little while. I said, "Sweetheart, you're the oldest child in your family. You're a simple and respectful girl. That's why I chose you for my son. Look, after marriage, some things don't always go as we like, but my child, you have to be patient." She looked confused. "I don't understand what you're trying to say," she said. I gently told her, "If my son says anything strange, please don't take it seriously. Whatever happens in the room stays in the room. Tell me in the morning, and I'll help you sort it out." She looked a little scared, probably wondering why I was saying all this. She spoke softly and nervously. "Okay, I'll try my best. From now on, this family's honor is my honor too." I gently tapped the bride's hand and left the room. Everyone had gone to bed. The house was completely silent. Everyone was tired, so they had all fallen asleep. Winter nights are already quiet, but I couldn't sleep. After a long time, I finally went to bed, but sleep just wouldn't come. My eyes kept going to the clock. I just wanted the night to be over, so all my worries could finally end. But as soon as the clock hit 2:30 a.m., I heard a loud scream. The moment I heard it, I knew what was happening. The screaming didn't stop. It kept getting louder and louder. They were the bride's screams. And deep down, I knew who she really was. Slowly, all the guests woke up, and suddenly, my son's bedroom door flew open. The bride ran out, like she had gone mad. She didn't even realize she had no veil on. She was still in her bridal dress, shaking with fear, as if she wanted to run away from the house. Some women tried to stop her, "Sweetheart, what happened? Calm down." They tried to comfort her, but she fainted right there in front of everyone. Usually, when someone faints, people splash water on their face. But no matter how much water we used, she wouldn't wake up. Her entire body had gone cold. We had to take her to the hospital. I didn't want to, because I knew it would become a huge scene again. But we had no choice. The poor girl was totally unconscious. We called her parents. And then people began to talk. What happened to this bride? What did they do to her? At the hospital, everyone looked at me strangely. So many questions were flying around. I felt like a broken, helpless woman. When I came back home, I wanted to ask my son, "What did you do this time?" But he wasn't even in the room. His phone was turned off. And his room? It looked completely normal. Nothing was broken. No signs of a fight. No proof he had hurt his wife. Maybe he ran away from everyone. Maybe he knew. He had messed up again. Right now, my only worry was the bride. I went back to the hospital. After 2-3 hours, the doctors discharged her, but she refused to come back to our house. She was still shaking from fear. Then her mother tried to convince her, "Sweetheart, just go to your in-laws' house for one day. What will people say if you don't go back?" I also gently said, "Dear, just stay till tomorrow morning. After the first meeting ritual, you can go to your parents' house. I won't stop you." But the moment she heard that, she lost all patience. She screamed, "To hell with your stupid rituals. I won't stay in your house even for a second." She shouted, "I'm going to my home. No society, no law can stop me. I'm an educated woman and I have the right to live my life my way. I can't stay with your son, not even for one more second." The bride had made her decision. I stood there silently, tears in my eyes, just watching her. It had all happened before. When Adam got married the first time, the same thing happened. That girl was my choice. She was my daughter's friend. And my daughter had happily brought her into our home. Her family stood by us. She was from a rich background, but such a kind and respectful girl. I liked her parents too. Before the wedding, I felt like maybe she had started liking Adam, and maybe that's why they sent the proposal. But after the wedding, the exact same scene. On the wedding night, she ran out of the room screaming and refused to even look at Adam. Everyone tried to explain to her, "Sweetheart, think carefully before making a decision." But she said, "My life is ruined, and now the same is happening again." Everyone was trying to convince this new girl too. But she said the same thing. "I don't want to stay, and I won't." My son, Adam, he wasn't answering anyone. No one knew where he was. The bride's parents kept saying, "Call him. We want to ask him what he did to our daughter." But was completely silent. People threw questions at him, but not a single word from him. Finally, everyone went quiet. The bride's parents took her home. As they left, they threatened Adam. It became a complete mess. They didn't hold back in insulting us. Adam's father had passed away years ago, so all the blame fell on me. Even the people in our own house started talking behind my back. The girl's mother was furious and saying all sorts of things to me. But what could I say? Her poor daughter's life had been shattered. At that time, I was feeling really alone. I just wished Adam's father was still alive. Then maybe I wouldn't have lost courage so easily. I was fighting all those taunts alone. Adam was my elder son. I also had a younger daughter. She was in college. People started making up stories. What if Adam is mentally unstable? Seems like he has some brain problem. God knows what he does on the wedding night. that the girls get so scared. So many mouths, so many opinions. But I had no answers for any of them. When people don't get answers, they start making their own stories. And sometimes those made-up lies are more dangerous than the truth. But the real problem was, even I didn't know the truth. I couldn't understand what was happening in that room that both my daughters-in-law ran out screaming on their wedding night. The first daughter-in-law never told us anything. I thought maybe she had told her mother something. To find out the truth, I called her house. They had already cut all ties with us, but still, as a human, I wanted to check on her. Her mother picked up the phone. I asked, "How is your daughter doing now?" As soon as she heard my voice, she got angry. She said, "My daughter is still not okay. Don't you dare call us again." Hearing that, I got even more worried. Something similar had happened with my first daughter-in-law too. My daughter had told me she had been unwell for almost 6-7 months. What exactly was the problem with Adam? What did he do on wedding night that his wives got so scared of him? If I talk about Adam, he was a very simple, quiet boy. Even as a kid, he didn't talk much. Never did anything that seemed abnormal. We raised him with so much love and care. But he never became spoiled. Yes, he was a little proud of his looks. He used to say, "Kai, no one can match my smartness." He liked branded clothes, was good at studies, even got a job on time. He was a responsible brother too, used to drop and pick her sister from college. He never even raised his voice at me. His friends were good too. No drugs, no bad company. Just a few close friends. He had one best friend who lived abroad. Sometimes Adam would talk to him, and even let me talk to him on call. Everything seemed normal. But what happened those 2 times, what was not normal at all? I still couldn't figure out what was missing in my son that his wives ran away the very first night. Days started passing slowly. Adam was getting a little better. He had started talking again, just a little. This time, I thought, I should get him married a 3rd time. But this time, to a girl who would clearly tell me what exactly happens in that room on the wedding night. Adam was already divorced from both his ex-wives. I wanted that. This time, the new bride should live in our house, and no one's life should get ruined again. I'm a mother of a daughter too, and I knew very well how big a stain divorce is for a girl. After thinking a lot, I decided that Adam should marry a woman who was already married before, either divorced or widowed. And soon, I found such a girl. Even she was in a hurry to get married, so they didn't ask too many questions. The girl was younger in age, but not very pretty, just average. Thin, simple-looking girl with basic features. I told her family that my son had one failed marriage, and that his wife left after staying for a short while. I had to tell a few lies because I didn't have the courage to tell the whole truth. The girl's family agreed to the marriage. When I showed Adam her photo, he directly said no. He said, "I don't want to marry her. She doesn't look good at all. I won't marry someone like her." Hearing him, I scolded him. "Shut up. With the kind of things you've done, you shouldn't even be getting married again." "But I'm your mother, or how long will I keep taking care of you? Someone has to be there to stay with you after I'm gone." Tears came into my eyes while saying this. Seeing my tears, Adam went silent. He agreed to the marriage and quietly walked back to his room. The truth was, Adam was hiding something deep inside. He was avoiding eye contact with me. But this time, I had also made up my mind. I would find out the whole truth. I had already decided that this time I'll trust the new bride completely, but I wouldn't tell her that the first wife had run away scared. I would speak to her with love, earn her trust, and ask her to tell me if anything strange happens. I would definitely help her. This time, the wedding was very simple. And finally, I got Adam married again. The girl's name was Amelia. She was a very sweet girl. My daughter had warned me, "Mom, let it be. Leave my brother alone." But I explained to her, "Dear, maybe there's something wrong with your brother, and it's our responsibility to fix it." The wedding was done. This time I didn't invite too many people. Only a few known faces, not even close relatives. I took Amelia to Adam's room. While helping her sit on the bed, I gently held her hand in mine and said softly, "Amelia, dear, there's something very important I need to tell you. Please listen to me carefully." Amelia looked at me, confused, like she was silently asking, "What could be so important right now?" I gently tried to explain to her, "Sweetheart, Adam wasn't ready for this marriage. I somehow convinced him. But he might act a little strange, maybe even try to scare you into leaving him. But honey, I want you to stay strong. Whatever happens, tell me everything. Don't fall for his threats and or his drama." Amelia simply nodded. I felt a bit relieved and told her to get some rest. I didn't go to my room. I just lay down on the couch outside. I sent my daughter to her room. "Go to bed, it's already very late," I told her. She was about to leave, but stopped and said, "Mom, what you're doing isn't right. You think marriage is the solution to every problem. Please don't destroy another girl's life like this." Then she left. I stayed on the couch, praying in my heart, "Dear God, please let this night pass peacefully." There was complete silence, the kind that comes right before a storm. Even the ticking of the wall clock sounded like a warning bell in my head. I was still praying when it happened, the very thing I feared the most. Amelia ran out screaming. She was frantic, trying to run out of the house. I rushed and somehow managed to pull her back inside the gate, tried to calm her down. She was shaking too much to speak. When she finally did, she said just one thing. "You should have gotten your son medically evaluated before marrying him. If you had, maybe neither of us would be here right now." Amelia was a wise girl. She really had no other option. She wanted to make the marriage work, but even she gave up. She left Adam too. The next morning, I got a call from Amelia's parents. "Tell your son to divorce our daughter, or we'll take this to court." What does Adam do to his brides on the wedding night that makes them scream, cry, and run out of the room in fear? Was she the last bride? Or is someone else still waiting to enter that room? And will Adam's dark truth ever come out? To find out the truth, wait for part 2, coming soon.